Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now to start us off here guys, we're going to go over a couple nitro cells that I think are really good for free kills. Now this specific nitro cell is going to be over on Fortress. I was playing against some top 500s for this clip. So it's one of those nitros where you have to basically angle it to go into dorms when they make the cross. Like they make like a cross angle by breaching the south wall. So you basically toss your nitro cell over the top of the wall to land in the hole that they're making, or the rotate hole that they're making with their shotguns, basically is the idea with that nitro. This next one's on Oregon. It's going to be for top main stairs. When people walk up and they sit underneath the default cam, that's when you toss that nitro cell out to get yourself an easy kill on those guys. This next one's going to be on Oregon basement. This is going to be when the enemy team is playing outside of the blue barrel double door. Now in this specific round, I believe the enemy team has an OSA, and he placed an OSA shield like really close on the doorway, so that's why I'm able to toss it out and get myself a free kill right here. Now this next one's going to be over on border. We're going down into supply. This is going to be when the enemy team is outside the main wall. Now this nitro is usually pretty good. It's pretty consistent, I feel like, for the main wall. The problem with it is that a lot of the times that the enemy team is opening the main wall, they're most likely going to go ahead and kill your whole team on some walk-in, you know what I mean? So that's one thing you got to keep in mind, is that you could be caught downstairs in like a 1vx like how I was in that clip. These next two nitro cells are on constant. These nitro cells are really strong for just like catching anybody who's trying to thermite the main wall. I like to do this one very consistently because it's just one of those ones that if they are using thermite to get the wall, it's extremely easy to get free kills on them. And even sometimes when someone plays like Habana or something, a lot of the times they think they're safe, like being really close on the wall for the reinforcement. But ever since they added the C4 outline, there's been a lot more like newer lineups that you can do to get yourself like really easy kills. But to get us started for this clip here, basically what's going on is that the enemy team is essentially pushing vert in this position. Now we play sentry in this position because what we essentially want to do is we want the ACOG in case they do open the main wall. Unfortunately for the enemy team, obviously we killed the breacher, so they don't really have a good way of actually opening the main wall at this point. And basically it's also really good too, because obviously then we can make head holes, we can make rotates, we can basically set up the bomb site with the ACOG. That's why I really like running it here. Now for this specific round, the enemy team did make vert for kitchen here, but I'm doing this play basically where I'm essentially peeking like the corner, I guess, of the vert. It's like for them to peek this vert, they have to basically hug the wall. So it's a very easy kill for me because they basically have to expose their whole body just to see me, if that makes sense. So in this specific round, holding the vert how I do here is actually extremely easy to get free kills on because of how the enemy team has to position themselves just to be able to peek it. I would highly not recommend to peek the vert like from his perspective. Like don't peek the vert from his perspective like how he did, because that is almost always going to get you killed, because people are going to see like your entire body like way before you even see them, and you're just going to die for free. Now in order for the enemy team to actually be able to get a push going in this position, if we just kind of just chill in the back here, they basically have to funnel through yellow basically. So they have a Monty and their Nomad is also there. The only way for them to somehow win in this position is they have to get behind New Pillar and basically plant with the Nomad cover crossing basically. The Nomad basically has to kill like 2 in this position to even make this remotely winnable. So basically all we do here is we just wait for the Monty to start a plant, and then we go ahead and swing aggressively with our Warden, and our Warden's going to go ahead and get the kill, and then the Nomad obviously has to get aggressive in this position, so we go ahead and look for the refrag on our Warden to secure the round. Next up, we're going to be over on Cafe for the top floor for cocktail bomb site. Now it's really important to note is that the strat that I'm going to do is basically the equivalent to what I was doing with Dorn for my Dorn video. But I'm just doing it with Ella, and this is actually before the Thorn buff happened, where her deploy time was a lot quicker now for her traps. So keep that in mind. I think these days I would probably do this strat with Dorn or Fenrir or something. Ella's not bad because basically the idea with Ella is that if somebody drops like Red Hatch or New Hatch, they won't get any audio from the Ella mines because I have an Ella mine underneath New Hatch and I have an Ella mine underneath Red Hatch, and then my last one is just kind of in my pocket ready to go for when the enemy team is going to drop like multiple times basically is the idea. But basically the strat is that we just watch Skylight. If anyone peeks it, we take their head off, and basically, whenever they drop red stairs, whenever they drop new hatch, we go ahead and we swing aggressively off of that information. Now, in this specific round, I was getting droned out like crazy, so I didn't want to just swing aggressively while there was a drone on me. And they did end up dropping my red, so I do actually know that there's one in red in this position. But I'm going to use one of the grid smart mines that I had in my pocket here, and we're essentially going to toss another one on the red walk-in doorway. So in this position, all we have to do now is just wait for the enemy team to try to walk in for CS, and then we're going to be able to swing aggressively. Now right here, I do actually back up in this position. The reason why I do this is because obviously I got Dokubi caught, so I didn't want to just like stay in a position that's like very like obvious that I'm playing in basically. So I rotate back, and all I'm doing now is I'm just rotating forward because nobody actually went for the kill on me basically. So it means that I can just walk up now because the Dokubi call is done. There's no drones on me. I can go and just walk back up and take that same position again. And then once again, guys, we're waiting for the Elemine to pop off. And then once that Elemine pops off, we're going to swing aggressively, just like how we would with the Thorn drop play. And basically, they're going to go ahead and they're going to drop. They're going to hit the Elemines. And then I'm going to go ahead and swing aggressively, get myself easy kills to secure the round. It's just one of those things where it's like it's extremely easy to swing them because they don't have any audio. Now, when you play and do it with Dorn, it might be a little bit more challenging, and the reason why is because obviously they might be able to hear you on the walk up if they don't actually get hit by the Thorn trap when they drop, but it's very like unlikely for them not to hit the Thorn when they do drop or not hit the Elemine unless they like preemptively get rid of them, but that's why you carry some in your pocket. The idea is to toss them down if you basically need to get guaranteed value and want to get a swing going onto the enemy team. Now, for this next round, we're going to be over on border. We're on the second floor. We're in archives. We have a shield with head holes set up here. Now, the idea with this setup is that you want somebody with an ACOG behind this shield. And basically, your rough idea of what you're doing in this position is that you're basically playing to shut down an office take behind the shield. You have an ACOG to take aggressive gunfights. And so basically you're going to see here, whenever I get audio of the enemy team being inside of office, like by the printer, I'm going to go ahead and just swing aggressively to get myself easy kills. So we're going to go ahead and kill Gridlock. We're going to go ahead and kill Ash. There's going to be a ram that jumped to my office window, so I'm going to go ahead and pick timing when I think he's ego challenging me, and I'm going to go ahead and get myself another free kill into him to give myself a nice little 3K, and that pretty much shuts down their office push and its tracks in this position. The last guy in this position I believe is going to be over by break room here. The only real way for him to win at this point is that he has to get aggressive on the main wall or get aggressive from a position where I'm not able to basically play for him basically. So he basically rotates over to the locker's wall here, but then my Goya just goes ahead and kills him, and then we secure the round. The next up, we're going to be over on Oregon. We're playing Thermite here. We're attacking the second floor bomb site. Now, typically, I like to do this thing where I spawn over by Junkyard. Now, the reason why I do this is because I don't like spawning street and then just getting spawn peeked right away. I'd rather go Junkyard, where it's pretty much guaranteed that I won't get spawn peeked, and occasionally when I'm coming out of spawn, people will jump out super early and just give me easy free kills like this Warden does, and we go ahead and start the round with an early first pick, which is fantastic. That's why I always think it's worth spawning over by Junkyard, because there's just like a really high chance that somebody tries to jump out early or run out early, and you can just get yourself potential free kills. But we're going to go ahead, and after we got that kill here, we're going to rappel into the master balcony. I'm kind of just looking around really quick just to see where my teammates are pushing from. I do have one of my teammates on top main here, which is fantastic. And so I'm going to go ahead and join trophy, join top main, and just make sure everything's good. And then we're going to go ahead and try to look to get the main wall open. You're going to see here somebody tries to run out small tower. So I'm going to go ahead and go into master here, go into the closet. I'm waiting for my Zofia to get the wall, but for whatever reason, he doesn't actually get the mute jammer from me. I'm not really sure what his idea was in that position, but he didn't get the mute jammer from me, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go ahead and have to basically chill now. We have to wait basically until someone else gets it for me, or I have to go below myself to get it myself. And you're going to see here my Ash does go below to try to get it, but he's going to end up getting picked off by somebody who's roaming. We go ahead and swing aggressively for Bolo because there was a laser sight on the doorway, which tells us that there is going to be a guy on Bolo in that position, which is the close left like position of the trophy doorway. So we swing aggressively to get ourselves a free kill onto him. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate downstairs here. We're going to go ahead and wall bang the mute chamber that's on the main wall here. And then we're going to go ahead and just rotate up the main wall. We open up the main wall in this position with our thermite. And then we're going to go ahead and double stack with our Dokkaebi in this position. The last guy in this position is on top white. So me and my teammate are both going to walk in. I'm going to shoot the Mel so we can go a little bit faster. And then we're going to go ahead and pincer crossfight this Dokkaebi here to get ourselves a free kill to secure the round. But anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!